All right, finally, we want to draw an ER diagram, which is entity relationship diagram. If you look at the table, if you look at the data over here, we have patient information. So when we talk about normalization process, is to validate the table is satisfied its third normal form, I mean at least. But if you say that you want to design database, the way we just did, that you have all the fields, and this is called bottom up, because you have the big flat table first. Normalize it to be multiple tables, and each table satisfied in third normal form. That is called bottom up, because starting from flat long table and build up to be a structure of 4 tables and their relationship with foreign key. That is called, and up to the last, finally we got the 4 tables. This is called bottom up. And if you say, how about we starting from a conceptual design, then you can use ER diagram, conceptual design, and then create tables corresponding to the ER diagram. That is called top down. So when you say the question here is to draw ER diagram about this, that means you are creating. So we want to say patient is an entity, insurance code is an entity, lab test is an entity. That's what we have. So that's starting like this. So I want to draw it. I'm going to draw entities. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So I'm going to draw an entity with Microsoft Word and format the shape. Then I'm not going to fill anything, no field. And I can add the data, I can add the text. I just type, I click and type. This is patient. I'm sorry, I don't want to put here. Select it, type. When you type, it's selecting type, and that is not a, this is not black, so I got to change the color. So the first table is called patient, and then patient ID, and patient ID is the primary key. So I'm going to put here. So according to my term project, or actually this is I just using the idea from textbook that you will have the ER diagram, primary key on the top, and then this is fields. So I'm going to do the same way as the textbook. Each textbook has different way. So this is the patient, and then the next step will be I'm going to create. I still cannot. So let's just create it. I don't think I'm able. So once I create a patient entity, I can just click and copy and paste. So I'm going to copy and paste, and to create the insurance code. So I'm going to create this is a insurance, that will be insurance code. So the primary key for insurance information is insurance code is primary key. All right, so that make it like this, and then we have insurance name as the field in the for the insurance entity. And then we have a lab test. So I'm going to copy and paste here, and then create a lab test. And the patient also I can copy and paste and create one. So this is called insurance. And this one I'm going to put over here. And I'm going to also copy this. And this is called lab test. And for the lab test, you can see the lab test. You have lab test ID, lab test name. Right? You can have lab test ID. So you have lab test ID. And you have lab test name. Right, lab test name. And lab test result. The lab test result. We can do it later. So that's okay. That's what we have here. So for patient, each patient has an insurance. The insurance can be, each patient have an insurance. So we want to draw a line. So I want to draw a line. That is and then that is actually here, and then so it's one too many. So that is one too many. So I'm going to show you that this is called one too many. Right. So this is one too many. And long number. Okay. And we have student ID. So that is I'm going to draw a line. Let's click insert, shape, and line. And also, we need to insert a radio. So I'm going to make it as a solid over here. So this is, we can say that each patient has one insurance is associated with many patients. So that's, you should draw it like this. So this is called one too many, right? This is one too many. And for the one too many, is one as maybe too many. So we will put one too many, put the ID or put the key of one side put into many side as a the key. I guess that's what we learned, that put the but this is one, this is many, and then so insurance code is not on the top, so you can this is .9. So this is .9 because it's not mapping to the primary key. So this is .9. I'm going to draw it. Right click, format, and for .9, we can determine the type. So it will be a dash type. And make it a black color, but it will be dash type. Okay, and this is one, this is many. So we put the primary key on one side, put into as a field, as a foreign key on the many side. Okay, we've done this one. So this one too many, and this is not. Since that patient and lab test is many too many, means patient has many tests. Test map into one test, map into many patients. So here, the test like in our example, but the same test, for instance, the same test 002 RBC can be ordered for different patients. Therefore, we can say that patient can have many tests for different dates, or maybe same day for different tests. Each test can be assigned or can be ordered for many patients. So therefore, we got to create additional table called lab test result. And this table, we include patient ID here. So we copy patient ID. We put it here, right? And then we also have a lab test ID. We copy lab test ID, and we put it here, right? And then they are primary key, but also they are foreign key, because each one link into a different table. So this is both a foreign key, both a primary key, and this will be a lab test result in this place. All right, lab test result, and then patient can have many results. So we can create a link. And I can point to, I actually don't like that. I want to make a turn. Copy another line to here. And then link it. Link into here. And because so that's each test result. The test result go back to one patient, but patient can have many different different testing result. So this from patient to lab test result is one too many. This is one, this is many. Therefore, you can have ID, primary key of patient put into the lab test result as a foreign key, but also is a what? Is a primary key. So because one too many, and then because this determines, so I'm going to copy from one side, right? I put into many sides, so I got to put this. I'm going to put here, this is kind of new stuff, new operation. And this 9 now becomes 39 because actually is what it mapped into the primary key. So we want to make it as say 39. But this one is not. See here, insurance code is only a foreign key, but this one now is also a primary key. So I want to make it as say on the top. Therefore, this is 39 in this case. Same as this, patient can have many tests, many tests. But from this relation to, I'm sorry, a lab test. Okay, so there's a relationship that lab tests can have many different results, and each result belongs to a lab test. So I'm going to create a line. And linking from this to lab test. And we still need a circle. Put on here. Because that is the primary key, the lab test ID is the primary key, so it has a decision property, so I put it there. Okay, so that will be, this is one too many, this is one too many. And actually, because this is many too many, so that you can have one patient can have multiple tests, many tested result. And patient can have many tests, and the test can be taken by many patients, so you got to create additional table. Okay, I guess this is, if you look at my my term project, and this is exactly the same. That's your term project. Oh, by the way, because this is a decision one, so we have to change this to be a round corner shape. So I got to insert a new one. And then the shape, say no fill. I don't want to fill the color. And we can copy and paste all this to here. and then we can remove this. And this is done. The reason is because patient ID goes to the patient ID as primary key. Actually also a foreign key, same as the test ID. So therefore it's a starting line. For this now, because insurance key code is only a regular field, but this is the primary key. From one table, one entity to the other one, so you put that way. And this can be can be converted into a table very quick. All right, I'm done with the review of the final test. If you have any question, you can email me or text me. Thank you.